What's up and welcome. I am your bearded dynamo, and today we're taking a fun-filled ride filled with photography and Pokemon. That's right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the new Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. Welcome back. That's right, guys. I am your bearded dynamo, and today, like I said, we're talking about the new Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, taking pictures of Pokemon? That sounds boring. But let me tell you guys something. Anybody who is in my age group, maybe a little older, maybe just a little younger, remembers locking that cartridge in on their Nintendo 64 and rolling slowly, trying to catch the best photo possible. And that carries over now. So I gotta tell you guys, I've got a bunch of footage here. It looks amazing. It's smooth, and it has all the same joy and luster that the original had. But without keeping you guys any longer, let's take a look at the new Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome. Like I said, today we're talking about Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. Now, it is an on-rails first-person shooter. However, the only shooting you're doing is with your highly advanced camera. Now, like I said, on-rails first-person photography game. Now, this was developed by Bandai Namco Studios, published by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. This is the sequel to the 1964 game Pokemon Snap. Granted, we've been waiting on this one. We heard about this one back in June of 2020. So to finally get it, the end of April 2021 was pretty cool. And there's not a whole lot, I can say bad about it. I love the way it looks. The Pokemon act great. But like I said before, I know a lot of people find taking pictures to be kind of a boring idea. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you remember playing Snap on the 99 game on the 64, that this is, not only is this something interesting, but you get to see Pokemon kind of act like Pokemon. Real life through this place called the Lentil region. And anybody who remembers in 99, Todd rolled around in his little cart with wheels, for the most part. Now, I gotta tell you, the new one does not have wheels. The new one is a full-on hovercraft with a forward-based, holofoil, shielding device, which is pretty cool. And being able to see Pokemon in their natural environment is not what one would expect. Now, of course, whenever you're playing, everyone's like, well, you could play Pokemon. Yeah, you could play Pokemon, but 90% of the time, when you see a Pokemon, if it sees you, it tries to attack you. You're not really seeing what they do. You're not seeing how they act. You're kind of just there. In this one, in the Snap series, you see them nest, you see them roost, you see them, nap, you see them swim and eat and chase each other and play. And all the things that you would expect, plus all of the areas that you would expect. You might find a Rattata hiding in brush or under, a deck. You might find a Pikachu, like you see here, playing in the flowers, in the grass. Typical birds up in the trees, but you might see birds, drinking out of a water source. Magikarps lounging in the sun. I think a lot of effort went into making sure that you can help Rita and Professor Mirror definitely do quite a bit. And of course, Pokemon had you filling up the Pokédex, whereas Pokemon Snap, you're filling up what's called the Photodex. But enough about that. I mean, we're talking 200 different Pokemon just to photograph. And each Pokemon has 4-star ratings, and I believe 4 ranks for each star rating that your photos can be. So, a 1-star photo. Oh, look, a 1-star photo. The better your 1-star photo, it can be bronze, silver, gold, or diamond. And that's really going to tell, one, that's going to tell you how well the photo came out. 2 is going to tell you how many points you get. And points are an absolute necessity in this game. Without points, without your points, you cannot open up new areas. You cannot extend your current areas via your research level. So it kind of leaves you kind of stuck. But for each one of your research expeditions, you're going to travel in the Neo 1, which is funny because the original device was called the Zero 1. But you're going to be photographing Pokemon in their natural environments. The areas we've got, you've got this area here that becomes available to you right around the research facility. You've also got, this first area here, which is kind of a forest. You've also got jungles, deserts, and beaches. And a lot of these places can be visited both at in the daytime and at night. So these are some of the Pokemon that you're going to see. This is the first research facility area forest. This is a natural preserve. So we've got Buffalant, we've got Vivillon, and there's Scorbunny from the Galar region. So there's a lot of Pokemon spanning a lot of different areas. But I will say this is a slightly, I believe this is research level 2 or research level 3. Sorry, guys. But in order to get to that research level, your photos have got to be on point. They've got to be top-notch, and they've got to be the best they can be. So, naturally, you've got stuff like Pinsir. Here we got a Heracross. You've got all these different Pokemon that are like just wandering and responding to your interaction, how you interact with them. So if you do nothing, they continue about their day as though nothing happened. But, if you're using Illumina orbs after you get them, or you're using, Fluffy Fruit, which is funny because they were apples, if I remember correctly, in the original Snap, but now they're Fluffy Fruit. But to get better pictures, you're going to be using different tools to coax out, either specific Pokemon that are rarely seen, try to get some special reactions. But like I said, you get Fluffy Fruit, you'll get the ability later on to play music. Kind of like how in 99 you had the Poke Flute, which is the only way you could get pictures of Snorlax. So I did talk about Illumina orbs, which is kind of cool because certain Pokemon act different when the orb is in effect, either on them or around them. It's kind of wild. And of course, after you finish your match or your run, your research expedition, Professor Mirror is going to grade your photographs. Now, of course, there are features like Resnap, which allows you to retouch up photos. You can change parameters like the zoom, you can change blurriness, brightness. You can also add photographic filters, photo frames, and stickers. Now, the edited photos can be saved to a personal album separate from the Photodex, which you can actually use online. You can actually share with other players, so you can actually jump around where you can say, oh man, that guy from that place had a great picture, and he might say, man, that guy had a great picture. So it really it all comes down to you. But now we're going through the jungle, and the jungle is awesome. So while we're running through the jungle, just take a look. Metacritic 80 out of 100. 4 Players Publications, 60 out of 100. EGM, 5 out of 5. Game Informer, 8.5 out of 5. GameSpot, 8 out of 10. You know, Hobby Consolas, 84 out of 100. IGN, 8 out of 10. Juvideo.com, 15 out of 20. Nintendo Life gave this bad boy, you know, they were only missing 2 stars out of the max score available. Nintendo World Report, 7.5 out of 10. PC Mag, 4 out of 5. You know, Shack News, 8 out of 10. The Guardian, 3 out of 5. And VG 247 gave it a 4 out of 5. You know, so it did really, really well. It actually got some huge positive reviews. And Nintendo Life was an 8 out of 10. You know, so 2 points shy of a perfect score. But here, there's something in there I haven't been able to figure out how to get, and so I've been trying. But let's take a look here. And you're going to find these little things that say, hey, do this. Like that pile there, you throw an apple into the tree and a pick-a-peck comes out and says, what's up? Pokemon hiding, if you catch them just right with either an Illumina orb or a fluffy fruit, they hop out and they surprise you. But just the level and just sheer liveliness of the Pokemon in the area is amazing. You know, you've got your Lipards just jumping around trees, you've got your Toucannons, you've got your Pick-a-Pecks. You know, here we've got an awesome, like, pond water area. And so, look, there's another Pick-a-Peck. So, sure, it's probably not your wild, crazy action adventure that a lot of people like. But if you give it a chance, and you've got an option for just kind of playing it for a little bit, you know, with no risk, I 100% recommend having some fun with it. And I really, really, really think that if you guys take the Bearded Dynamo recommend on new Pokemon Snap, I don't think you'll be disappointed, especially if you're like me. And 1, you got to play everything that's Pokemon, and 2, you remember playing the original Snap, and you remember having all kinds of fun shooting for that legendary Pokemon or that rare Pokemon, you know, or just that massive high score. But you know, we're coming up towards the end of our jaunt through the Jungle 1. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And, you know, I hope you all have an awesome day. You know, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Enjoy. And welcome back, guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I am your Bearded Dynamo. And just remember that if you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe, you know, make sure you hit that bell notification icon. That way you're the first to know anytime we post anything new here on the channel. But again, I want to thank everybody who's tuned in today. I couldn't do it without you guys. You are the people. You know, you guys are the ones that I'm talking to. That's everybody. Anybody who picks up a computer, a phone, a tablet, a Switch, you know, jumps on YouTube for any reason at all, you know, you guys are the reason why I'm here. So, same beard time, same beard channel. It's your Bearded Dynamo with the content you crave.